called in
to Bucks and Brews, you might hear something
you can use.
like tips on your cash or tips on the suds.
You're gonna want to
The
use
smarts of these stuff.
because they know the brews.
And they know the Bucks, and they know they can't help the stubborn fucks.
So listen up, because shit's not funny.
And save yourself some
Beer money. Bucks.
and brews.
Bucks and
Bucks
And
brews.
brews.
Bucks and Brews.
Welcome back to Bucks and Brews. So, Nick, you're reading there.
I am.
What are you finding out?
Nothing.
Okay.
That's my problem. Nothing. They're known as Jock Beer LLC, doing business as Garage Beer, Columbus, Ohio, and Kentucky. I don't know who's, their main
We'll have to
brewer.
look into it. So we're looking at Garage Beer here, which is Jason and Travis Kelsey's beer. It's a small batch American
Taylor
lager.
Swift's boyfriend.
Right. It's a small batch American lager. It's really full flavored. I described it to Nick as better than Bud Light, which he got pissed at. They have a regular and a lime, 95 calories, 4% alcohol.
And 3 carbs.
I mean, you can drink it for several hours and not feel like you drink much.
Which, yeah, I say I'd like to. I'd like to try one. That guy that I like to watch that chugs. I mean, he drinks Garage Beer.
We were supposed to have some tonight, and well, we had a staff meeting, and after the staff meeting, we all got a little happy.
Good for you guys.
So,
Just say, no, I
Nick, the other Nick and I were drinking the rest of the Garage Beer, and it went bye-bye.
there you go. They sell them in what, 6-pack, 12-pack, 30-pack?
18.
Just 18 only?
18 pack for I think so, for $15.
Too much. I guess back in my day, I used to be able to get 30 rack of PBR for $13.
Can you still
I
get
don't-
that?
I don't know.
I don't think you can.
I still have my 99 pack, but hey, you're drinking better than me. But what are you drinking?
So tonight, I'm drinking Coke Zero, and then I got sparkling ice grape raspberry. I have no refrigerator and haven't for a week.
Oh, okay.
So I don't get cold drinks at the house right now. And I drank a couple nights ago, so I really don't want alcohol. So
Yeah.
here we are with regular stuff. What are you drinking?
City of Byron Center tap water.
There you go.
Yeah. Guys, you're gonna find out things about me. I always try. I fail a lot, but that's, it's one thing I want to just tell these people, right? Like we fail
Mhm.
quite a bit.
Yes, we
Sure.
do.
Whether it's financially, whether it's in our personal lives, whether it's anything, we are normal people. One of my favorite lines in a song is "I shit like you do," right? Like that's what I do. But yeah, so right, I'm bowling season. I remember this time. It's funny because I was in bowling season last year and I was turning down cookies that mom's made and stuff like that. I was like, I want a diet, and so like 1 year later, I'm on a diet again and trying it again. Let's see what we can do. This time it was weird. I didn't care. I was doing fine, but like I could start mentally feeling that I was out of place, and then I started physically hurting, and
Yeah.
finally, like it's weird. I could feel like I was mentally getting to the point where I fucking hated myself, and then finally, like when the hurt and all of it hit, it's like I fucking hate myself. All right, fine, do something about it, right? Like because that's just who I am. It takes that something, and we'll see. I mean, I might get to a feeling where I'm feeling great and get back to it, but uh, I stopped on the way here real quick, grabbed because right around the corner is a meat shop from the bowling alley, so I grabbed a quarter pound of beef jerky real quick, and hey, I mean I have to have something in my belly today,
Right.
and so it's been I didn't forget to eat. I just was lazy. Let's just put it that way, right? I don't think I remember what I had for breakfast, if anything, and then I thought I was gonna have leftovers from yesterday, but those were
Mhm.
gone. So then it was like when you have something already in your mind and then you don't, I don't know how to think for myself. 'Cause I'm a
Right.
fucking idiot. And then I go coach and I didn't grab a protein shake and I was like, man, I do need something.
Yeah.
So I quickly got that and and then I was like, well, I'm gonna drink water because got to give it the old college try.
So we're going to talk what to do about tariffs and what's coming with tariffs tonight.
Yeah.
But before we do that, I went to an economic conference for 2 days last week.
Oh, sweet.
And it
Whose
was
economy?
uh,
Local or national?
it was supposed to help out small businesses. in
Oh,
Michigan.
okay.
So there were some good things. There were some things that irritated the shit out of me. We'll talk about that on a future episode.
Was Paul Isley there?
No.
Oh, okay.
So it was at the Detroit branch of the Chicago Fed.
Okay.
Okay. I brought you back a gift.
Oh, thank you.
It's $364.
all shredded up. Nice. That's awesome.
Isn't that neat?
Yeah. Probably one of my fucking bills that I shredded. Approximate value 360. Mine's only 363, you son of a bitch. Um, all right. So that's fun.
Isn't that neat?
Do they shred it there?
They shot it there.
Okay. Just all old bills, huh?
Yeah, bills that are no longer able to be in circulation. People wrote on them or colored them or they're tore, whatever,
Yeah. Thank you. That's
various
awesome.
reasons. So
Yeah.
I
That's
picked
cool.
that up for you, and I'll discuss that. I had some real issues with one of the speakers because he started in on when government puts too many controls, that's when nobody succeeds.
That's usually true. Usually.
So he was trying to spin it as the cap on the drugs that Medicare put on have made pharmaceutical companies say, I'm no longer going to develop any drugs because there's no money in it. Dude,
How much money did the drug companies make during COVID?
so much fucking money.
Hmm.
And they're still making new shit. Yeah, they capped insulin. Instead of insulin being $300 for a shot, now it's 60.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be it's not $300 anywhere in the world except for this fucking place. And these are the issues I have with this fucking place.
And it's the same stuff that gets to go to the other world, right?
Correct. Everybody else gets it for cheap.
Yep.
But we get fucked
Mhm.
because
We have money.
well, not only that we have money, but our fucking politicians are bought by big business and they don't give a shit about the rest of us, which leads us into tariffs. So tariffs are coming because we had a little presidential election a couple weeks ago and Tangerine Turd won.
Yeah.
Um,
It's very hard. It's very for us, right?
disheartening.
Yeah, I mean, I it just causes a lot of feelings and emotions between a lot of people. One thing I guess I have to say about it, I don't care how you voted as much as you do.
Mhm.
One thing I will say to the listeners that are here, and we probably don't have the people because, right, we swing more the opposite direction. But, my hope is that everybody starts to understand this isn't a fucking game, right? Like this is our lives. And I'm not saying that in the sense of like I'm mad about how we voted or whatever. I'm saying in the fact that if you think we won is the fucking words that should come out of your mouth, like you're picking a side. We didn't win, right?
No.
Like we okay, there's a whole difference on with if one person wins, you're worried about a side, I'm worried about everyone, right? And that's where my my problems in lie is people too many people are sitting here saying we because you voted for a side, right? It was red versus blue and red won, and that's you think this is a game of fucking dodgeball, or you think this is that's not how life works around here.
We talked about that a couple months ago, and I made a TikTok over it's not a fucking football game.
Yeah,
And my issue here is there's one side that's really, really happy, and they say shit like your body, my choice. And
yeah,
then there's the other side that they're not sad. They're scared.
right.
I mean, they're afraid of what happens to their fundamental rights. And like, you're going to be fine.
Well, yeah,
But your daughter and wife may or may not be. My daughter and my wife may or may not be, especially my daughter. I mean, she's a lesbian. She may be in trouble. I got family that could be in trouble. There are things that are going to change. I had the conversation with my mom the other day after the election, and I brought up the fact that, I'm an anchor baby. He wants to get rid of anchor babies. And she goes, no, you're not. I was born here. All right. Yeah, you were. Who did you marry? How did he get status?
right.
And it just kind of clicked in her mind that, yeah, I'm a firstborn immigrant kid, you know, that never came across her mind before. And, working where I work, we've had a lot of customers the last 2 weeks and they're just scared shitless. They don't know what's going to happen in their life.
Nope.
They don't know how people are going to react to them. I'm sitting at that economic conference. We just signed in, we're sitting down. A lady comes up and starts talking to us and immediately starts talking about the election and is 100% talking about shit that I'm down with. Okay. Like she's like, I can't fucking believe we did this.
Right.
And, we talked for like 5 minutes or so. She goes, I figured you guys were safe.
Why?
And I go, okay, why? She goes, your watch band.
There you go.
I got a rainbow watch band
Yeah.
because my daughter's a lesbian. I never thought of that before. I never sat there and went, oh, well, that'll identify me as not a fucking asshole. And for her, that's what it did.
That's I wear
Yeah,
pride stuff
all the
quite
time.
often.
Yep.
Uh, the Grand Rapids Bowling has a few. They used to have a gay league. They used to have two. Now they have like one, I guess.
Mhm.
It's very little, and I know those guys very well. I've bowled other tournaments and stuff, and so I'm talking to another coach. I won't say anything,
Yep.
whatever. And I ran into a friend of mine from that league or whatever, and I was like, "Hey, did you leave your towel?" I was like, nobody else would go bowl this tournament called Flirt, or like Florida, blah blah blah. And he laughs and he's like, "Yeah, I guess you're right." No, and he goes, "No, it wasn't mine." So it's one of the other, six guys that I would know. And the other coach was like, "Wait, you bowl those?" And bowl, and he's like, "Oh yeah, Nick has done so much." And he's like, "No shit, I would have." And I was like, "Dude, yeah, there's don't judge Big Sexy." Right? I was like, he's like, "I walk in here with a fucking pride hat almost every day,"
Yeah.
and he's like, "I never really noticed." And
Yeah.
I was like, "You'll start paying attention more."
Yeah. I mean, you and I try to make it pretty obvious that we're welcoming and accepting, and we really don't care
Yeah,
because there's a lot of people that they don't get that. Like they have hard lives, and I don't want to perpetuate that with anyone. Like we had somebody come in the other day and they asked Dawn how business was, and she goes, "It's been really booming the last 2 weekends." And she, oh, that's great.
yeah,
Is that because of the election? And Dawn goes, yeah, unfortunately. And she goes, what do you mean, unfortunately? Obviously, that's great because President Trump's back and now your business is doing great. And she goes, lady, you need to read the fucking room.
right,
And she goes, excuse me? And Dawn goes, you need to read the fucking room. We're going to walk past the board, and all you're going to see is people that are afraid.
yeah,
So you can feel free to write pro Trump shit on there if you want, but I'm gonna let you know I protect my customers. I will be erasing that because I don't want somebody to come in here and go, oh shit, and be re-traumatized over that because they're afraid if they're gonna get deported, or they're afraid if they're gonna get strung up because they're gay
yeah.
or transgendered.
Well, that's man, you're sending me into a fucking rage. I say we'll talk about real quick. So I'm a huge soccer fan.
Yep.
We know this. The MLS, Major League Soccer,
Yep.
is apparently trying to ban pride flags in 2025. This blows my fucking mind. It really does, right? It just also, did you see that video of the fucking morons down in Columbus, Ohio?
Yes. Walking the Nazis walking around with masks on.
Yeah.
You couldn't wear a fucking mask during COVID, but now you can put a fucking mask on, you goddamn pussy.
Didn't even think about that.
Oh yeah.
But
Fucking pussies.
I mean, I don't think people understand my like, and I don't understand my philosophy. Okay, a Nazi is somebody who killed a person for who they are or how they were born, right? And then that's the very basics of this life.
Mhm.
You were hated
Mhm.
for what you were.
Mhm.
And
There's something I asked straight to a gas chamber.
100%.
Mind you,
Right.
I wasn't raised Jewish.
Right.
I don't practice Judaism, but I'm Jewish because I'm born,
Right.
to a
And-
Jewish man.
Yep.
They would have walked me right into a fucking oven and not thought twice.
Well, and but the whole thing is it's over here, and I understand freedoms in America, but like, man, I'm very surprised that there's not people that just stop this right away, right? I mean, we went through, it was only, I guess it was 70 years ago, right? When blacks were treated the way they are. And um I just don't understand how it's just not a massive group of people stopping this small group of people, right?
This is
And
the
I get
reason.
that everybody's so scared to go to jail.
It's not even that. The reason is because we are a very racist society. You know, the last time an overwhelmingly red state voted for a Democrat for president
No,
was Johnson after Kennedy was killed. So Johnson won that first term. Do you know what LBJ did in that first full term? They passed the Voting Rights Act,
no,
which gave black people the right to vote. And the Democrats have not been able to carry southern states since that point because they're racist.
no,
And you hate to boil it down to that because that's the argument you hear from conservatives all the time. All you do is call us racist. You know what? talk like a duck and you walk like a duck, you're a fucking duck. And if you associate with those people,
Yeah.
you might as well just be a fucking duck too. Okay. Right. I mean, that's just the way it is. Own what the fuck you are. I own what I am. I tell everybody I'm an asshole. I'm your asshole, but I'm an asshole. I own it. I get that many people are not going to like me, but other people are going to absolutely love me. And I'm okay with that. It doesn't bother me. Does it bother you that people are going to hate you?
I mean, you want everybody, but at the end of the day, I don't really
Yeah,
care.
it's whatever. But people are going to love you.
Yeah.
You know, you're one of my favorite people. There are times that you annoy me on the cruise. But
when you say garage beer is better than Bud Light,
right.
I haven't even fucking had it.
So, I mean, there are times, but we know what we are and we don't try to pretend to be something we're not. And those are things that irritate the shit out of me. And, you know, looking at these tariffs, I of course pulled data because I'm a data guy and I want data. So let's go over some of these things, Nick, and we'll discuss how people can combat these things. So the Tangerine Turd wants to put 60 to 100% tariff on Chinese products that are imported. Now, you know what bothers me about this fucking country before I get into this? The level of stupidity there is out there. Two of the top searches the night of the election. One was, how do I change my vote?
Mm-hmm.
You don't, motherfucker. You already voted.
Right.
Another one was, what is the tariff and how does it work? These are things you look into before you fucking vote, not after.
It's not people, though.
I know, they're just dumb. And again, people go, well, how did we get this way? We dumb down education so fucking much. They don't teach you to critically think until you hit college. And too many people don't go to college. And if they do go to college, they don't stay.
Right.
There are a lot to do, but many of them don't. That's why you get conservatives that bitch and moan about these liberal colleges indoctrinated our kids. You know what indoctrinates our kids? Sending them to a fucking Christian school. That indoctrinates our kids. Catechism. That indoctrinates kids. Teaching them to think about other fucking human beings, that's not indoctrination. That's just, you know, learning empathy.
Yep.
I may not agree with these red hat wearing motherfuckers, but we're all going down in the goddamn clown car together. That, to your point, you can run around and say, we won, we won, we won. We're all going the same motherfucking place at the end. And I'm not talking hell. I'm talking, you know, the fucking poorhouse.
Right. Well, I can't say all of us, right? There's some of us.
You know, some people will be fine. But of course, 60 to 100% on China, 20% on other countries. So economists estimate that's going to cost an average family $2,600 extra dollars per year.
Yeah.
That's something you now need to budget.
Right.
$2,600 is, what would you say, about $220 a month?
Well, it's $100 every 2 weeks, $50 weekly, right? Because there's 52 weeks in a year.
Yeah.
26 is half of that. If you're getting paid bi-weekly, it's
Right.
$100. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Yep.
Couple $100 a month.
Yep. Yeah.
So I don't know where an average person's going to come up with this. Can you come up with it? Yeah, you probably could. You know, sell another house.
I mean, yeah.
Raise your rent a little bit.
Raise rents.
Could I come up with it? Yeah, I probably could come up with 26 extra $100. But again, everything else is going up in price. I mean, I'm paying out the ass for medical.
Right. Well, our medical is going up next year.
Yeah. Well, and they want to dismantle the ACA. And when they do, that means no more pre-existing conditions will no longer be covered. So anybody that has a pre-existing condition, which conservatively is 200 million Americans, there's 330, conservatively 200 million Americans just won't be able to get covered unless they have a job, which again ties you to the job. Why do they want to tie your insurance to a job? So you stay at a shitty job.
Right.
This all boils down to staying at shitty jobs and accepting less and less. That's how the ruling class rules and the working class works. Mm-hmm. George Carlin once said, they want obedient workers that are just smart enough to run the machines and too stupid to ask the questions.
Yep. And
that's absolutely what they want. So you buy a pair of tennis shoes for $50.
Yep.
They'll now be worth $64. So you'd be paying $64 for those tennis shoes. Or you'll be like me and just say, fuck it, I'm not buying shoes. You buy a bed for $2,000. Now you're looking at $2,130 to $2,190 for that bed. I read that executives in American Steel are really excited about this because they can't compete on the world stage with steel. Okay. So If he puts in tariffs on incoming steel, then that's going to make them, their industry will be booming.
Okay.
In theory, I might agree with that. But if nobody has the money to spend
Right.
to build, how's it going to fucking boom? Nick, we talked about this. I'm a business owner. So some of the things I've been doing is preparing for not spending money next year. Our lease is up in November,
Yeah.
so we have 1 year left. And Dawn and I had the conversation. I don't think we can move. I think we're going to have to figure out if we can do year-to-year lease here
Okay.
because it's going to not be cost effective to do an entire build out
Again.
because the supplies are going to be so much more expensive. So instead of being a $35,000 build out this time, it's probably going to be a $50,000 build out. Can't take that kind of hit. We just can't do it.
Right.
So instead, we're probably just going to look to stay here. And it's not ideal, but we know it works. We had a staff meeting the other day, and I said, listen, we don't know what's coming. We've had 2 huge weekends in a row. And I mean, for the pocketbook, it's great. It's just not good for our mental state either because we have all of these people coming in that are scared and upset and they want to talk. And that's great that we're helping them, but we're also taking that burden on too. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
When your friends come to you or people come to you and they lay
Everything out
all of
there.
their troubles on you.
Yeah.
I mean, you being empathetic people, you take that weight on yourself and then
You go drink.
100% or, whatever you end up doing. So it makes it really difficult to get excited, but at the same time, you need to be here. I mean, we talked about I'm leaving the fucking country.
Right.
And after the first 2 days here, I told Dawn, I'm like, listen, if you and Caitlin decide you can't be here anymore, I 100% support that. I will stay here and run break room because this place needs to fucking exist. People need this. And it's how I feel. And it's what I told the staff too. It sucks to feel that way, but we serve a necessary purpose to people that don't have another outlet. And I don't know what we're going to look like. We may end up having the busiest year ever. Or people may decide, in February when we're usually going like gangbusters, listen, I don't have $60 to spend on a package. I'm just not going. And then our busy time becomes like summers and we're not going to be able to afford to stay open because people just don't have the money.
Right.
Everything's on the table at this point.
Listen, that's gonna be the hard part is just figuring out the cost of everything and where we're headed, right? I know that price, one of Trump's biggest things is the price of everything needs to change, right? And he's gonna touch inflation, but we already know that the president can't do anything with the Federal Reserve, right?
No, all he can really do as the president is increase inflation. He can't bring it down. He doesn't have control of that.
But one of the big things is yeah, he's hiring people to do everything. So, he'll put in the right people to get whatever the fuck he wants done. So,
To get what he wants done, not
Right.
necessarily get the right things done.
yeah, I don't remember if we talked about that on air or not, right? I was talking about the fact I've never seen anybody put so many unqualified people
Mhm.
into a spot and expect it to be successful, and it was brought to my attention that the person doesn't want it to be successful.
No.
And right, we're trained and we're thought to think that everybody wants the best interest of things. But on this one, yeah, this person just generally doesn't want the best interest.
He's out for himself and whoever can make him the most money and who he owes favors to. And that's where we're at.
I mean, you look at it, right? Like Elon Musk it blows my mind because we all know that big oil is one of the biggest, but this guy is the complete opposite,
Mhm.
right? I mean, and Trump's big thing is cutting down the Green New Deal or the new Green Deal,
Yeah, new Green Deal.
and that literally is what Elon is about, but yeah, somehow
But he wants it gone too,
it's so weird to
even
me.
though he has electric cars. Yeah, the thing that pisses me off the most about him is he's been saying for months, people need to suffer and they need to deal with it to get things right again. How does making us suffer get things right again?
Yeah.
All it does is give control back to the wealthy. They're pissed because of things like working from home. Musk doesn't think anybody should work from home. Fuck you people. You need to go into an office. You know what? I can do my job just as well in my house. I'm not going back to an office. It's just not fucking happening. I'll come to break room because I can't do that from my house.
Right.
And I like it here.
Did you see the drivers for Amazon are they started their own union or
They're trying to, yeah.
attempting
Yeah.
they're picketing or something, Yeah. It was it's very surprising. I'm very interested to see what everybody has to offer.
There's nurses for a local hospital.
All the local hospitals.
I know one specifically.
Yeah.
It could be all of them that are talking about, fuck it, we're gonna join the union.
Yeah, it's very close.
And the amount of union busting communication I've seen go out for this company
Really?
makes me want to fucking gag.
Hmm.
And again, are there people that abuse unions? Fuck yes, there are.
Absolutely.
But are unions good for the worker? Yeah.
I mean, you tell me, right? It's very hard, and I understand. Hey, my brother's a prime example. Okay, he works for a local company,
Mhm.
um, that is a union,
Mhm.
right? It is a let's call it a grocery store.
Yep.
During COVID, do you remember what they were hiring people at? Because they needed fucking people to show up.
Yeah, they were hiring way above normal scale. So let's say they normally pay 15, they were hiring at like 20.
Yeah, they were hiring. Right, they were hiring at this.
Yeah.
My brother has been there 18 years.
Uh-huh.
How much do you think he makes?
15.
Close, very, very. I think just shy of, maybe 1485, something like that.
Yeah, so when they hired in new people, he didn't get a bump.
He didn't get a fuck. He didn't.
But he was expected to be there like always. And like these new people that had no motivation.
We have a listener, right? He works for, one of our great friends who sponsored us. Fuck, those are at home. So I do have beer sponsors.
Okay.
See, guys, I tell you, we say fuck whether it's in passion or whether it's just because we forget. But he left his job 4 years ago, whatever it is. So 2007, 8, whatever, he had to take, or so, yeah, he had to take 20% pay cut or 10% pay cut. It took him up until 4 years ago to get back to where he was for the pay cut. So it was a 20%.
Mhm.
He quit his job, came back to the exact same job 3 years later after trying something else.
Mhm.
And they gave him like a $6 an hour fucking pay raise.
Mhm.
Right. So all you have to do is just quit your fucking job and reapply.
Yeah.
You're the most qualified person. Why not? But yeah, so it's just right. These, and the weird thing is that's a union, right? And so like, if I was my brother, I would be all up in arms. Like, what the fuck? You can afford to pay these people. Ooh, they're not going to stick around. Doesn't matter. You don't know that, right? You can't. And so I'd be, yeah. But my brother is the normal. I'm just going to show up to work every day.
Yep. He just comes in, does his job, doesn't cause a fuss.
Right. Well, right. I mean, he gets a new boss, and they always seem to find themselves out because for some reason people think it's okay to pick on my brother, right? And oh, hey, you got to go do this. You got, and then I'll step in every little bit and go, hey, this is the words you're going to go say, and this is what you're going to go do, and this is who you're going to go report. And magically, within fucking like a month, right? I don't have a boss anymore, bro. Well, no fucking shit, right? Like, you don't get to do this, right? Like, be clear about something. My brother is, I'm just like me. He's overweight. He does what, sure, not the fastest, not the whatever. His job is this. This is what you weren't told to do 1,000 parts a minute. You were told to do your fucking job, and it's just. It's funny to me, it's not because like my brother, when he gets talked to, it's just like, oh fuck, it's like his whole life is ruined. And if he gets left alone, completely fine. He's not gonna do, he's never gonna go above and beyond, right? He never will. If that fucking bottle needs to be cleaned or if that shelf needs to be stocked, it's not he's a fucking union guy. Let me put it to you this way, right?
Yeah.
That's not my job. My job is this job, like, and that's all he does,
Yep.
right? They will, sometimes his part will be down, but they will ask him to go do something, and he'll go do that, right? But like that becomes his job for the day. Don't ask me to do both. I'll do this job, right? Like, hey, can you stock milk? Yep, that's the one thing I can do today.
Yeah.
But like, so it's just funny. Yeah, I mean, I think I've seen like 3 bosses that he'll come to me and be like, yeah, he's picking on me doing this. Fucking document.
Yep.
Here you go. Like you have two choices. You can either have a fucking lawyer on your ass, or you can fix this. Oh, hey, he changed departments. Yeah, sure did.
Well, I get a knock because I'm unapproachable and because I'm difficult to deal with.
Yeah, of course. We all know this.
And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Because you know what I also am? I'm the best at what I do.
All right.
It doesn't matter whether it's at my normal job, coaching. It doesn't fucking. You know where I'm not the best at what I do? Break room. Dawn's better than me.
Yeah.
She really is. But
Yeah.
I'm really good at this too. I'm never shy to say how great I am because I know I'm fucking great. I'm a great employee.
Yep.
I'm a hard fucking worker. I'm dedicated. I'm always trying to learn. I'm always trying to improve.
Yep.
That's what you want out of somebody. Sometimes those people are going to be difficult to deal with because they want things in a certain way.
Right. They want the best.
And like, you get things one of two ways. You can have it right, or you can have it right now.
Yep.
You get to pick one of those two options. If you want it right and right now, that's probably not going to happen because you're not getting your best work at that point.
Right.
I can shove everything through the hole as quickly as possible. Things are going to get missed. Or I can take my time and make sure it's right.
Yep.
And there's nothing wrong with that. But again, we need instant gratification in this country, and that's another issue that we have. People are looking at, this election and they're so excited because he's going to run it like a business. He's been bankrupt 6 times. You want him to run it like one of his fucking business? The man bankrupted casinos. How the fuck did they print money?
Rich.
How do you bankrupt a fucking casino?
I mean, right? How do you I've we've seen we are fortunate to be able to see a casino start from nothing
Yep.
and grow and the mass amounts of millions of
Mhm.
dollars we have watched. I mean, just go and these people aren't taking loans for this,
No.
right? Like this is funded and we live in a, I don't know, we're not a poor area, but we're not right. We are not a five-star fucking casino. We are, they have $5 tables, right? And they have, a $50 table or whatever. But like our high limit room is 3 tables and 5 slot machines. Like this
Yeah.
isn't, but right, we have watched an entire fucking bridge get built. We're watching hotels getting built currently.
Aren't they building a water park there too?
Yes. Indoor, they're also doing a bowling alley
Yeah.
here soon. Yes.
So I mean, it's phenomenal what they're doing. They're having no issues whatsoever.
Yeah.
And again, the country shouldn't be run like a business
No.
because you can't approach people as though they're a commodity. We're not a commodity. We're actually living, breathing things. And if you approach us as a commodity, all the humanity goes away. And then you turn people into statistics and numbers. And I love statistics and numbers. But you can't do that when you're dealing with a person because they have actual real fucking emotions. It's why people hate HMOs because HMOs don't care about your story and why you need those drugs.
Right.
They just look at the bottom line on how much are those drugs going to cost. Let's try every cheaper alternative first. And then maybe if none of them work, maybe we'll let you have the one that does. Maybe we won't. Maybe you'll just suffer and die. That is really hard for people to take because that's their life. And when you sit there and you're gloating because this fucking idiot got voted in, you're laughing in other people's faces. And if that's the type of person you want to be, by all fucking means, be that type of person. But don't be fucking surprised when we turn on you quickly.
Right.
I've had this talk with you. He'll never listen to this. My best friend of 33 years. I don't think I can be his friend anymore. It's not because he voted for this idiot. It's because he always votes for these idiots. He's uneducated on what's actually going on because when you try to have a civil conversation with him about politics, all he says is, no, 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 that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. The motherfucker believes that there's post-birth abortions. That's murder.
They are. There are. They're called school shootings.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, just saying.
But he thinks that when it pops out the mom, they decide, yep, kill it. Because he's an idiot. And they heard it somewhere on Fox News or Newsmax or whatever the fuck horse shit they listen to.
Yeah.
I said that to Angela the other day, and she goes, "That's murder. Doesn't he understand?" I said, "No, he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I love him. That doesn't make him smart." And now he's voted once again against me and my family. And I can't just keep letting that shit slide. Caitlin's life will be tougher because of what's going to happen in the next 4 years. My life might be tougher because of what's going to happen in the next 4 years. You're actively putting people in danger. His fucking wife's life is going to be in danger the next 4 years. I can't keep just turning a blind eye because you're dumb and you don't fucking really understand research. I can't keep doing it.
Yeah.
And I can't just pretend I'm okay with you being an idiot. I just can't fucking do it.
But again, I mean, it goes back to the conversation, right? I mean, you you are entitled to that way, and it's your choice to express that opinion and that feelings
Mhm.
to him. But at the end of the day, right, you are now an acquaintance, right?
Yep.
And you have that choice, right? I mean, we talked about it beforehand. I mean, yes, sure, you guys are best friends, and it's hard. It's the hardest. Trust me, I've lost my best friends, right?
Mhm.
Um, and it's the hardest because you go every day seeing this kid, right, growing up, and you're there every day, and then you kind of get older, and then you see each other once in a while. And one of my really good friends, we grew up this exact same way, right? I was at his house, and streetlights come on, I get my ass home, and that's
Mhm.
what it is. And I've seen him twice now in 5 years.
Mhm.
And actually, so I've seen him twice in 2 months in the past 5 years
Mhm.
because he lost both of his parents, and I showed up to the funeral. We were best friends, like, right? I mean, you're inseparable fucking duo type of a thing, right? It's just, and yeah, not because of his, but like you're gonna get to that point where it's just, hey, I mean, you'll still think about that person and go, hell, I wonder what that person's up to, but you'll never reach out anymore. You won't do the thing.
Well, again, I two people that stood up for me in my wedding, I walked away from over this election.
Yeah,
I, that's life.
yeah,
And they probably think I mean, Mikey doesn't know. The other one probably thinks I'm a huge asshole. I don't fucking give a shit. If you're not bringing positivity into my life, I don't need to associate with you. And that's just the way life is now. I'm looking for people that raise me up, not hold me the fuck down because some charlatan has made them believe that he gives a fuck about them when he clearly doesn't, and he never did.
yep.
Are you under any crazy notion that Kamala Harris cares personally about you?
No,
No, I'm not either. She's a politician.
yeah.
Do I think she would have done fine? I think she would have done fine, just like I think Joe's done fine and Obama did fine.
No, I think Obama did some, like, I want to be clear about this. I don't think he did fine. I think he did fantastic looking back at some things, right? He was the first, I mean, being the person who I am,
Mhm.
right? Anti
Government.
medical, anti-government, anti-medical,
Mhm.
for everybody. Because right, I think that I don't think it should be government appointed to this aspect. And so I guess if we made it so that way it was, US just had healthcare and it wasn't technically a government aspect, I'd be way, way happier about
You
this.
do realize that countries that have single payer still have the option to purchase insurance.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily the only thing there.
Well, I say our pricing is just
It's
ridiculous.
fucking ridiculous.
But I will say, right, Obamacare slash what do they call it
The
now?
ACA, it's the
Yeah,
Affordable Care Act.
Affordable Care Act, yeah, right? Like I think it did something
Mhm.
so much, and it started a trend of, I mean, now there's insulin, right? The fucking
EpiPens.
EpiPens,
Yep.
right? It started this, we realized that a life is more valuable than a company making so much money.
Mhm.
Coming from me, I fucking love people making money, right? I do. I think it's great. I think everybody should be making as much as they possibly can. I don't think you should do it off of one person, though, right?
Well, and even though you believe that way, Nick,
Hmm?
do you want other people to suffer so you can succeed?
But no,
But that's a lot of rich people.
right. But that's it. Like, I don't think you should make it off of one. I think you should make it off of, right. It's kind of the whole. It's weird because you and I think so different. You can't say so different on other people's stuff, but when it's our stuff, right? Like I price my stuff, my 3D prints, I
Mhm.
price it so much cheaper than you do,
So much cheaper.
right? Because I want to do masses. I want to outsell you
Mhm.
in masses. You would rather have one sale for $30 and I would rather have two sales for 16.
Mhm.
I make two extra bucks,
Mhm.
but have to do double the work in the sense, right? Like, and that's how my brain is just like, boom, let's fucking, and there's nothing wrong with that sense of things, right? Like, but at the end of the day,
I forgot your money.
I have money
I
for.
owe you $20 for a D20.
Oh fuck. Okay. Say, dude. Yeah. No,
You
I
could have sold probably 10 D20s if we sold them at 10.
really.
Probably,
Oh,
but they're worth 20.
yeah. I like those.
Especially when you did them on the Ender because they take so fucking long on that thing.
Gosh, yes.
Do you still use the Ender? I told you.
I do use it.
Do you?
Yeah. It holds my tools.
Right.
No,
You should just give it to your brother or some shit.
no.
He wouldn't?
I'm gonna use
No,
it.
you're not.
I'm going to
You're
use
never going to use it.
I'm going to use actually once we do this, so we'll talk about this off air and we'll make a whole nother episode. Let's
Yeah.
do that. Um yeah, David and I going into business. We're gonna talk about that. But anyway, back to tariffs.
You don't
real
even
quick.
know.
I
I have something in the hopper that you don't even fucking know yet.
oh God.
You're
So
going to love it.
tariffs.
Yes.
Back to it real quick.
Yeah.
Um
Do you want me to go with?
I
Do
said,
you
yeah,
have a thought?
I thought you had
I
another.
have plenty of stuff. So economists warned that inflation will spike 0.4% just off of the tariffs.
I'm so sorry. Economists warned
Economists
that inflation will spike.
0.4%
Okay.
just off of the tariffs.
Okay.
Obviously, costs are going to be passed on to the consumer, and it's already been confirmed by AutoZone, Columbia Sportswear, Stanley Black and Decker, and Walmart. Walmart came out and said, "We're going to have to raise prices. That's just what's going to happen."
Yeah. So and all right, I guess I want to run through this because this
Mhm.
is kind of where my expertise kind of comes into
Yep.
play. It's not expertise at all because but anyway, this is where I have a little bit of knowledge of how people price things.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's let's use really, really stupid numbers. Okay. So David, if I go to China
Mhm.
and I buy something for $1,
Mhm.
I bring it here, it costs me $1, I pay that dollar. I then make that $1 $2
Mhm.
on and onto the shelf, right? So that if I were to have my own store, if I import it myself, I do that. It becomes $2.
Yep.
Okay. America kind of how it works is I buy for $1, it goes to a third party aspect, right? So I buy for $1, I then sell it for $2. What happens is I sell to 1,000 people, right? And so then the 1,000 people get it for their store. And so they buy it for $2. They then mark it up to $4.
Mhm.
And then they get that difference of that, right? And that's how things work. Very basic.
Yep.
So if you spend $1, you double it for the most part. That's so if
Kind of a rule of thumb.
right. If sure, the dollar store, wired dollar store is great because I mean they're buying direct in the sense of
They paid 10 cents.
10, 15,
Yeah.
whatever it is, they're bringing into a spot, they're doing,
Mhm.
their thing. So when a tariff gets put on, so let's say it's a 20% tariff. So if that dollar, so now we're going to $1.20.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm now charging $2.40.
Correct. Double.
Okay. Because, and now, yeah, exactly, I'm doubling that aspect of things. Um, and so you just paid,
So I'm
I-
buying that from you.
yep,
I'm not paying a 20% increase on it. I'm paying a 40%
a
increase.
40%, right? Because I'm doubling that aspect.
Correct.
Right. And because I'm doubling everything along the way. And so if I sell it to this person for 240,
Mhm.
that next person is then going to list it for $4.80.
Mhm.
Right. And so that's what, because wholesalers are, if you guys don't follow along, um, companies don't buy directly from every manufacturer, let's just say,
Correct.
right? Um, yeah, say, and so you buy
They
from,
buy from a wholesaler, which basically has a warehouse of shit.
yep. So and exactly right. So and it's if you think about Amazon, right? So everybody ships into Amazon,
Mhm.
and then Amazon becomes that person that then ships it out.
Correct.
That's why because every store, right? So I mean, if you have a Meyer, right? I mean, Jack's Pizza ships into there, right? And then they become the middleman, and then you buy, fucking cups, or Budweiser, right? Like they're not selling directly to me. They're selling to Meyer. Meyer's selling directly to me.
Well, and
So,
let me hold on for a second. So Budweiser is a great example.
yep,
So now they're not owned by the U.S. anymore. They're owned by the Swiss.
yep.
But again, they still make all of the beer here.
Mhm.
So that won't be touched by tariffs, right?
Correct.
Wrong.
So
What do they put beer in?
aluminum cans
Where do you think they're getting most of that aluminum from?
from another country.
So who's going to pay more for beer?
Everybody. All of us. Damn it. Maybe bottles will make a return, right? Because but glass is this thing. But so and that's we go from the pizza to Meyer to us.
Mhm.
Well, now you have and there's other places that do that. So now if you think about like your mom and pop-up shops kind of a thing. Oh, you don't sell anything. But let's say you were a shop here, right? So uh I go to I go to I go to Meyer. Oh, so actually let's do beer. Let's stick on the beer thing, okay? So uh I'm gonna be selling beer at my store. So it goes from Budweiser to a wholesaler
Mhm.
to Alliance Beverage
Mhm.
to the person. So there's right, that person's $1, $2, $4. Now you're paying $8 for that, right?
Mhm.
And that's why so now if we're doing that, we were at 480. So now we're at 960.
Mhm.
$9.60, right? Which originally was $8. So we're at $1.60 extra
Mhm.
just for that, right? And everybody think, oh, it's whatever. I mean, I used to be the person until my wife finally beat it into my head that 5 cents isn't because I don't know, I fell into that American trap for fucking driving around for gas. I I didn't realize how stupid I am, right?
Yeah, because you're wasting more gas to go.
Not even just that, like it's my fucking time, my energy
Yeah.
of even thinking about it.
I will
Holy
drive
shit.
a certain distance. That's it.
No, not anymore. Not anymore. I can't say that. Once in a while, depending on if I have a little bit of boredom time, I will hop on my Speedway app because there's two of them on Baldwin, and
Mhm.
sometimes they're different prices. But if I like have it and I don't really, I'll just pull into the one and then I'll look up and I'm like, damn, I should have waited the two extra. But like, if I can see it, if I can track it, I'll be like, all right, great.
Here's
I'm
what I'll
already on
do.
that route.
I look where I'm going,
Yep.
and then I price match gas stations. I was coming home yesterday from my allergy shot,
Hmm.
and I'm like, I'm just going to use Speedway because I'll throw it on my Speedway credit card, no big deal.
Yep.
So I'm at Burlingame and 44th.
Yep.
So I'm going to come down 44th Street and turn on Byron Center. There's a Speedway right there on 44th and Byron Center.
Yep.
And then there's the one on 50 or
M6 there. Yep.
yeah, M6. So I looked to see. They were like 2 cents different.
Yeah.
So I stopped at the cheaper one because I'm
course,
going
2 cents.
past both of them anyways.
Right. Exactly. You're on. It's en route.
But am I going to drive 5 minutes out of my way to save 2 cents? No, I'm not doing that.
See, and I used to kind of. There was one over in Hudsonville
Mhm.
who was always 10 cents cheaper if you paid cash, and I always have cash.
Yep.
And I'm sitting here going, and granted, mind you, my wife's car is a little different than mine. I have 10 fucking gallons. David, what is that? If I fill all
200
10,
miles?
no, but I'm saying if I fill all, if
Oh,
I,
how much does it cost?
yeah,
10 gallons, $3 a gallon,
no,
30
no, no,
bucks.
sorry. If it's 10 cents difference, if I pay cash
Yeah.
how much do I save if I have 10 gallons?
You save 30 cents.
$1. 10 gallons, 10 cents, $1.
I can't do that math.
Let's say
It's fucking
10,
crazy.
10 cents per gallon for 10 gallons, $1. And I used to drive out of my way to save a fucking dollar.
That you won't bend over to pick up.
I would pick up $1. I've picked up $1. Oh yeah. But like there's 5 cents I used to drive and I'm not picking up 50 fucking cents. And that's kind of the whole idea is
Mhm.
like, no, nope. Because the problem was is I'd save that dollar and sure it was a savings, but then I'd go buy a fucking pop, right? I'd be like, I saved that fucking dollar, but then I spent 79 cents more than I would have
Right.
had I not spent that. So, just stupid. But anyway, I guess I want to be clear and I'm hoping that the idea of that people understand is right. What was one was two was four. If you do the beer, it's eight. Is now 120, 240, 480, 960. Right.
So an extra $1.60 on top of what you used to spend.
Right. And that's just on that's if the product was $1 for the purchase.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, I mean it's
people will spend it because they don't feel they have a choice.
Yeah, of course.
But then there's some of us that are like, no, I have a choice. I I don't eat McDonald's. You know when I eat McDonald's?
Fuck right now. Goddamn, you know how hard it is to be on my diet?
Because McChickens are $1.
No, besides that.
Oh, why?
A fucking 10-piece chicken
Oh,
nugget.
for $1.
$1, 10-piece chicken nugget.
I don't eat McDonald's.
Oh.
But if you give me a cheap fucking deal,
Yeah.
I'll eat
I like
McDonald's.
Fuck yeah. I got it today. It came
Yeah,
through today.
10 nuggets for $1.
I'm fucking in.
Yeah, I would buy
And
that.
I love McNuggets.
They're not as good as they used to be. Like they used to be really fucking good. Now they're okay at best.
Yeah. No, I mean, but dollar McChickens. Oh yeah. I mean,
You'll it will fill you up. It's not good for you, but it will fill you up and it's cheap.
right. I don't know any other meals that I
Will you
eat for that
spend
price.
$6 for a Big Mac?
I did buy the chicken Big Macs just to try it.
Okay, but would you normally spend $6 for a Big Mac?
No. No. But if you gave me the deal, or yeah, if you gave me a deal on them, I also like buy one, get one.
Correct.
I'd never ever in my life, I love a quarter pounder
Yep.
with cheese. I do. I actually generally actually enjoy them because I feel like there's actual meat and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I mean, if you ask me, Nick, if you're buying, I'd still go cheap but if you're buying, you're like, hey, you can have anything. I'm gonna get a fucking double quarter pounder with cheese, right? Or a quarter pounder, like. But when they're buy one get one free, I always get a double quarter. I get a quarter pounder. I'm like, yep, give me a quarter pounder with cheese. Buy one get one free. Otherwise, I never buy those fucking
Right.
things, man. Like
Because you won't pay for them.
never, right? But
I'm not paying for that shit.
$3 a piece, they're worth it. $6 a piece, not worth it.
We went out for dinner one day and I wanted wings. I think
Yeah.
I told you the story. And they didn't have wings. They didn't have the beer I wanted. They didn't have wings. It was a new place up where Toys R Us used to be.
Oh, BJ's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was fucking annoyed.
They didn't have wings.
They didn't have fucking wings. Well, we're out of that. After they were just out of the fucking beer.
So,
Now I'm fucking annoyed because you're a fucking brew house that doesn't have the fucking beer I want and you don't have fucking wings. What are you people doing?
right, nothing apparently.
So nothing else is interesting to me. And Dawn's like, well, you talked about a burger. And I'm not getting a fucking burger. She goes, why not? I'm like, because it's $20 fucking for a fucking burger. I'm not paying $20 for a fucking burger.
Yep.
I'll go to fucking McDonald's and pay $2 for a burger. Fuck that shit.
It's very hard for me to buy burger. But like when I go with my friends, my really rich friends, they always think it's funny because they're like, oh, I know what Nick's getting, and it's a burger. It's not because I love burgers. It's because it's the cheapest thing on the
Right.
fucking menu. And it's $25
Uh-huh.
versus a $90 steak.
Right.
I love a $90 steak, sure, but like
But you don't want to just do that any day.
I can eat fucking 4 of my burgers, which is content. Like, right, this burger isn't going to change. That steak's not going to change my life. It's not
Right.
going to be the greatest thing I've ever had. I've put things in my mouth that are, but like, never in my life. And so it's like, and they're always like, oh yeah, I knew you were getting the burger, and I was like, but you think it's because I like this burger?
If they had hot dogs, you'd fucking buy that.
No, that is true. Because I actually at Gordon Ramsay
Yeah.
burger, they have you get tired of them. 'Cause, like they're fine, but like they had a $15 hot dog, so I bought a fucking hot dog. But yeah, oh dude,
No, I understand
Two
because
for a dollar?
I do the same shit. When
Yep.
when my work group wants to go out for fucking drinks and shit,
Yep.
I always scan, all right, what's the fucking menu at this place we're going? Is there something I can eat or drink on the cheap? Because that's what I mostly want to do.
Yep.
I want to stay cheap.
right?
And if I don't drink, I get shit about, well, why aren't you drinking?
Yep.
And I don't want to go, I'm too fucking cheap to drink tonight. That's why. But a lot of times that's the case. I have a quote for you.
Yeah.
So, and then we're going to talk about what to do to help with this. We're doing tariffs on other countries. I took in billions and billions of dollars from China.
We are doing tariffs.
We're doing tariffs on other countries. I took in billions and billions of dollars from China.
Okay.
Do you want to start with everything that's wrong with this statement?
Yes.
Let's break it down. So we're doing tariffs. Okay, we're doing tariffs.
Who's we?
The
US?
The US.
Okay. Yes.
And we're doing it on other countries. Okay.
we
I took in billions and billions. No, you didn't take in shit.
right.
You said tariffs are applied, companies have to pay. And you took these billions and billions of dollars in from China. No, you fucking did not.
Right.
China didn't pay a goddamn cent more. The companies paid more. In turn, the consumers paid more. In turn, the US citizens, gave billions and billions of dollars, not to us, not to the government. I mean, yeah, they get the tariff money, but it's really going into the companies
Right.
because they're getting their healthy profits.
Well, and I've imported from China,
Mm-hmm.
and so I've paid tariffs, right? Actually, you're supposed to cigars have the same
Yep.
issue. So if you are a cigar connoisseur and you have this conversation, most cigar places will tell you about it, right? Oh, you can't get these cigars. You have to pay tariffs and blah blah blah. Because they know that in order for them to sell, they have to actually pay their taxes
Mhm.
on this, right? And it's a tax. That's all it is. Right, tariff and taxes, the exact same
Same
fucking
thing.
word,
Yep.
right? One is just paid as a mailing postage, and one, so it's an import tax.
Yeah.
Um, and but like, so when I was importing stuff from China, I mean, hey, all right, it is this cost for this cost for shipping. Hey, you've spent this amount of money. You need to pay taxes on it. Because it's there's an illegal sense of things.
Mm-hmm.
People don't know that, right? Uh, in theory, the government could figure out who's buying how much from Temu,
Yep.
and if you spend X amount of dollars, you're illegally doing something without paying the tariff, right? Um, and people are gonna be like, "You're full of shit," and blah blah. Like, look it up. Like, if you're importing a certain amount of goods, right? Like, if you go to China, you're only, and I don't know the exact number, you're only allowed to bring home like $2,000 worth of goods,
Mm-hmm.
but you have to declare it, really, right? If
Yeah.
anybody's ever gone to the country, hey,
You have to declare.
are you declaring anything? And so, right, it's illegal. You're allowed to, hey, we're not going to charge you for this. You went and we're going to call it souvenirs, right?
Yep.
You spent money on some souvenirs. Now, right, if you go over there and you're going to go buy your cricket fucking bats and you buy it by the fucking shipping container, you didn't buy fucking souvenirs, right, David? You
Nope.
bought a fucking business, right?
Correct.
I'm not afraid to admit this. Like, right, I bought a business where I was selling it, so I gladly fucking wrote my goddamn check to the federal fucking government and said, here's your stupid cut of what the
You
fuck.
weren't trying to be shady about
I
anything.
never am, right? Like, it's just not who I am. It. I pay my fair share. Sometimes I don't like it, but I pay my fair share.
So, how do we combat this?
Yeah,
So, I'm going to talk about a couple things I've been doing, and then I want to talk about how do we do this, like with food.
yeah.
So, one thing I've been doing.
Oh my fucking God. Sorry,
What?
is that an Android?
Yeah, here.
I
I'm full.
Sorry, I completely forgot, guys. I have I have a meeting I have to do at 7,
Yep.
and I don't have a charger, and I'm at 6%.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be
I
on
brought mine just in case.
it's gonna be on via Zoom.
Um,
So
so one of the things Dawn and I talked, and I'm like, we're just stopping. We're stopping all spending. We're not doing shit. I said I'm going to go take Caitlin to the tailor. I'm going to do Grand Rapids Comic Con, and then that's it. No more spending.
yep.
And I sat there thinking last week, and I'm like, all right, Bamboo's running a sale again. I wanted to get another AMS so that I have 3 now.
I thought you had 3.
I have 2.
Oh, I thought you had.
So
Okay.
I wanted to get a third one so I could run 12 colors at the same time.
Yeah. I mean, why the fuck not, right?
Exactly.
I mean,
It runs up to 16, so
is it really?
it does. So I'm like, all right.
I'm actually getting annoyed with having to change them out.
Well, that's why I wanted a third one because now I'm annoyed that I have to, I have 8 in there, but now I need this color, so I got to go pull one out to put another one.
And then you have to back out of the thing that
Yep.
you're working on to then label your thing.
Yep.
And we're not bitching.
I don't label anymore.
How do you get away from not doing that?
Because I use those cereal tubs.
Yeah,
What- Oh, you mean on the printer?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to do it on the printer.
that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah,
in the app
Oh,
or
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah, it's a pain.
Yeah. The only thing I actually like
Mhm.
is when the fucking print runs out, you add another one, it just automatically turns to white and it lets you continue
Yeah.
running with white.
Yep.
So granted, it's the same one. But yeah.
So I was sitting there thinking about it last week, and I'm like, they're 20% off right now, so they're a good deal.
Mhm.
They're going to be 40% more in 6 months
Mhm.
because of the tariffs.
Yeah.
I'm going to lose a 20% discount. They're going to be 20% more than that.
Yep.
So I'm paying at minimum 40% more.
Yep.
So I said to Dawn, I'm like, what do you think? And she goes, if you think you can justify the cost, then just fucking buy the damn thing
Right.
before we get screwed. And I'm like, all right. So I bought a printer, a bunch of filament, and another AMS, and I shouldn't have to buy anything for quite a while. And then,
Did your printer come with an AMS? So
yes,
you have
I
four
bought a
AMSs
combo.
now?
Yeah,
Okay.
I bought a combo.
Sweet.
So I can either put two on the other printer or I can put three on one and one on the other.
Yeah.
I have options.
Yeah.
So this laptop, you already know, is a big crack in the case.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then, of course, Dawn's has some issues too.
And we definitely blew an entire fucking
Beer all over the place a couple weeks
just
ago. Just opening it.
all over. It was great.
Didn't shake it or anything,
Yep.
just opened it. It just fucking everywhere.
Did you write a letter to them?
I did not, but I should have.
Yeah.
So I was so fucking. I'm still annoyed.
Send them the
I
proof.
got here early to clean up a little bit because there was still fucking beer.
Was there really?
So, anyways, computers are going to go up in price because they all come from, Asia.
Yeah.
So I told Dawn, I'm like, well, fuck it, I'm going to have to get us two new computers too. I told her I'm just going to keep this one here when I get the new one
Oh yeah.
because there's no point in taking it back and forth. So I did what I always do. I went, opened a Discover card. I get till February 26th to pay off my printer and these two computers that I'm going to have to buy.
Yep.
And then I'm not paying for shit. There's nothing else we need. There's nothing I need to fucking buy. If something goes, and dies, fine.
Mhm.
Like if the fridge couldn't be
The
fixed,
refrigerator. Yeah.
I would buy a fridge.
Did you call Bob?
Yeah, he came out. The fan on the inside of the freezer is no longer kicking to the fridge, which is why the fridge is 60 fucking degrees and the freezer's fine.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it's going to cost us like $500, which sucks, but it's better than a new fridge.
Yeah.
Hoping tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Hoping
Good.
Friday, if not. But anyways, what can we do as normal citizens?
Yep.
So one of the things I saw is people are starting to stock up on stuff. Now there's only so many things you can stock up on. Can you buy rice? Sure, you can buy a shit ton of rice.
All right.
But one thing I saw that somebody was doing is they're like, oh my God, I bought so many frozen fruits that way I don't have to worry about, buying fruit because yeah, we get some of our fruit from the US, but we also get a lot of it internationally.
Right. I mean, I've never seen a mango grown in Michigan.
Right.
So
I mean, there are just things you're not going to be. Can we get peaches in Michigan? Sure, we can get peaches. You don't need to buy that. We can get strawberries.
yeah,
We can get apples
we have the greatest strawberries and the greatest apples, but
and cherries.
our peaches need to come from Georgia.
Yeah, but where are you getting a fucking banana?
Right.
You're not getting fucking bananas here.
Say,
You're not getting pineapples.
pineapples, right? Yeah. Guavas.
Right. So
So,
I saw that and I'm like, oh, Costco's great because they got all these big fucking bags of frozen fruits. That's something you should stock up on if fruit is important to you.
yeah.
Not necessarily bread because you can't keep bread,
Yeah.
but get the baking supplies to make your own fucking bread because making your own bread is cheaper. Do you want to do it? Maybe not, but will it stabilize you through tough times? Absolutely. Making it is cheaper than buying it all of the time, no matter what it is.
Yeah. Well, and I think that I don't know, don't get into a hoarding sense of things, right?
Right.
But having,
You don't need 30 bags of peaches.
unless you're me and making wine, to say, but but stock up on things that you're going to be making money on is my biggest thing, right?
Yeah.
So if you have a way to flip something and you think that prices are going to go to crazy on them because of, hey, that's the thing you purchase. I wouldn't do electronics because, by the time tariffs, if you stock up now and the tariffs take effect, and if they take effect, and you're right, it's already old technology and new stuff's coming out at the same price.
Well, my feeling is if you need electronics, if you need a new laptop, if you want a PlayStation,
right.
buy it fucking now.
Yeah.
Because if you buy it now, it's not going to be more expensive later.
Yep.
In straight terms of like toilet paper.
Yep.
Toilet paper's made here, motherfuckers. Stop hoarding toilet paper.
Let's say.
I'm gonna hoard a little bit of toilet paper just so I don't have fucking I'm gonna buy 3 packs instead of one next time.
Oh yeah.
But that gets me through a couple extra months, you know what I mean?
I just go to Costco and buy the one all the time.
They don't carry mine there.
Oh yeah, the red
I use
label.
ultra strong, not
Oh.
ultra soft.
Oh yeah. But
I Candy and I had an entire conversation about that.
because it's a thing that has to happen.
I like the strong. So does he.
You know what? I mean, I have to use some. You have to bring me a roll, and I'll give it the old college try.
I like it the best.
Soft indeed.
So, anyways,
It's like puffs. I mean, I want them soft.
Yeah. I'll use anything to blow my nose. I'll use this hard ass shit. I don't give a fuck.
So will I, but doesn't mean I want
Well,
to.
no, I don't want to, but I don't want to pay an extra $1 for puffs.
You'll say fuck the nose, but
Yeah.
hey, here we go to the hiney, baby.
So there are certain things you shouldn't run out and hoard. The toilet paper thing I never understood that during COVID. Why does everybody worried about fucking toilet paper and there is
Well,
none?
because they figured that manufacturing would shut down for everybody.
But it didn't.
Right. But we didn't know that.
Yeah, but how long did the toilet paper shortage go on? It was like a
And it
month.
was for, like, honestly, because we had probably just bought, and we were fine. And I was like, I don't know, I woke up one day and I was like, oh, I guess I probably should start looking for toilet paper. And I was like, ruh-roh.
There's no toilet paper.
Yeah.
Well, Christy had asked me at one point, she's like, "Are you guys good on toilet paper?" I'm like, "Yeah, I just bought some before the panic set in.
Yeah.
So I'm good." And she's like, "We're almost out of toilet paper." So we were scouring for toilet paper every time we were at a store for Christy.
Yeah. No, my mom had a shit ton for some reason. And so she had, she's like, here, I brought you a little 4-pack or something. I was like, all right, cool, that'll, thanks. I appreciate it, right? Granted, it was the worst 4-pack of my life, but I got through,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, it's funny
I
because
gotta switch to a bidet.
ring ring.
Yeah.
My mom finally started to listen to me
Yep.
because I'm talking to her the other day and I'm like, "Listen, don't buy me shit I don't fucking need for Christmas. I can't have you keep doing that. We need to conserve our fucking money. If you want to buy me something, I love socks. Get me some fucking socks.
Yeah.
I use Mando deodorant. Get me that. Don't fucking buy me shit I don't need."
Yep.
She finally is on board. Like she told me, she goes, "I did buy some stuff for your wife." I'm like, "Okay,
Okay.
what?" She goes, "Well, I went to Bath and Body Works because I know she likes their soap." And she goes, "And then Walmart now carries the deodorant she likes, so I bought her some of that." Great. That's perfect, Mom. Because she's told me time and time again, she don't want shit, don't give her shit.
Right.
Those are things she can go, this I will use. I'm happy with this.
Yep. And that's it, right? I mean, God, if I got I think if I got a college basket right now, I'd be so happy. That's what we
Yeah.
used to call them, right? A couple bags of beef jerky, some deodorant, some socks, some underwear. Uh, you know, I guess new sheets would be fine, kind of, but I'm not particular on my sheets. I I just I don't think I'm above the Spider-Man pajama ones now,
Yeah.
I mean, as much as I think they're cool, I just have to hear it from my wife that we shouldn't have Lightning McQueen as our fucking middle of our bed.
Your wife is wrong.
That's what I'm saying. But like, I don't want to have this fight, right?
Yeah, I get
So,
it.
if you bought him for me, I'd totally use him. Size king, just to let you know.
I wish I could get Split King Star Wars sheets. I really fucking do.
You could find them.
Maybe.
And so, um, I think what you could help, what else you could do is, right, your local made stuff is going to stay that price, right? So hopefully you start supporting that. And it's not that small businesses are doing things, but it's your local made small business stuff.
I'm
right?
worried about small businesses succeeding.
Oh, they're not going to.
No, they're absolutely going to close in droves because people aren't. They're not. If they choose between a small business and Walmart, they're going to pick Walmart because Walmart has more stuff. They need to go one place, and they're just going to take care of everything there.
So, my local hardware store, I go there for as much as I possibly can,
Mhm.
which, but it kills me money wise, right?
Yeah,
I was there and, 5-pound bucket of fucking mud, for $19, and I went to Lowe's and it was 12, and I was
Yeah.
like, this is just like, why am I $7 difference, right?
Mhm.
That's a,
If it was three, you're like, okay, I'm doing something good.
right, but I mean, it could have paid for, paid for the outlet covers that I
Yeah.
had to cover, just, and, um, but, say all that's going to go up. So, I mean, the prices of the small business is going to go higher because they're going to be paying more for it.
They were talking about the mass deportations, and somebody made a great point.
Mhm.
You look at these huge conglomerate-owned farms that donated a shit ton of money to his campaign. Are those undocumented workers going to be deported?
Yeah.
Probably not. Because when you start deporting their workers, they're going to make a fucking phone call and go, "What are you doing to us, motherfucker?"
Right.
The ones that are going to be deported are the small, family-owned farms.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, they don't have people to work on them anymore. Mid-sized farm. And let's face it.
These people are having enough kids, trust me.
Well, people that were born in the United States, they don't want to work that job.
Oh.
That's not for them.
Well, even let's say the job, I mean, there's always something to make something better, right? Have you ever watched how they take cherries off of a tree?
Mm-mm.
So you used to pick cherries.
Yep.
Now there's a machine that comes through and it grabs the base of the tree and it puts a bag It's like a cylinder that goes
Yep.
around it and it collects it in a chute and it does. So it's a bag that goes around this whole tree, opens it up, shakes the cherries. Whatever fall, because if it shakes and it falls, that means it's ripe enough to get on the
Right.
ground. There it goes. There it goes. And that's how they do it now. Instead of picking, you just have that, but that piece of machinery for a mom and pops can't really afford it.
Right.
For a large conglomerate, sure, that's what
Yeah,
they're
not a
doing.
big deal.
So, yeah, but that, and technology's become great, but it also, right, destroys. No, an American would drive the tractor. They wouldn't pick the cherry.
Right. Well, and I don't pretend to know my father's business,
Sure.
but
Yeah, he's gonna be screwed.
well, and I know he uses Hispanic workers. Are they documented? I have no fucking idea.
None of your
But
responsibility.
he has said time and time again they work really hard. Yes, they do.
Yeah.
What's going to happen if they are undocumented and now he can't find fucking workers to do all the grunt work at that place?
Do you get part ownership in that?
No,
'Cause
I get nothing.
you should tell him that's what I want in life.
I won't.
It'll be fun though.
Do you want part ownership in anything your dad has?
Yeah,
Why?
all of it.
Why?
Why? Because I want free money.
I mean I want free money too, but I don't
Yeah.
want shit from him.
I,
I
I,
want nothing.
I do. I want it all.
I don't want anything.
I want it all.
I told him at one point when we were fighting over the house in Plainwell, I said, listen, you can leave everything to your kids. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Oh, does he own part of the house in Plainwell?
No, no, no.
Oh,
But we were going through it because, that fucker had stepkids and
yeah.
they were entitled to half of the fucking house. Oh yeah, it was a huge thing.
Oh man, no,
Yeah, it was a huge mess. I'll tell you about it sometime.
no, I want nothing. But again, like, right, I want my dad to leave everything to me, right, minus the debt aspect. But like, yeah, say fuck yeah, I don't care. I will take free money from that man.
I'm
so-
getting nothing. I know I'm getting nothing, and I'm fine with that.
I'm getting nothing. But again, will I take it? Hell yeah.
I mean, yeah, if they offer it to me, I'll take it.
Yeah.
But
Let's see.
nobody's going to offer me anything
No.
because I'm the black sheep of the family. They wish I didn't exist, and that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't really I mean, we're not close. So
Do you want me to go sleep with them all to get back at them?
sure.
Yes. Say, I'll let you know how it was. Say, oh, perfect, man. This is a great charger.
What are you up to?
42.
There you
I was
go.
at 6. Say,
We got 20 minutes before your meeting. What else do we want to hit on here?
so, um, currently it is from China, I guess. And so that's one of his biggest things. He wants to go into China because we do import. And one of the things is people said, oh, we're going to go to, and I want to talk about this, right? People say, oh, you got to go American made, American made. David, I want to be clear. We don't have everything.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
There are many things we don't make here.
Right. Like, say, do you know of any rice fields around
No,
here?
no,
That's kind of weird.
no. I think a lot of those are in China and Japan and Korea
Right,
and
the Asian
Vietnam.
country, right? Because that's what their weather
Uh-huh.
produces. Um,
You can only grow shit that is conducive to the environment you fucking live in.
right. I say, okay, this is a stupid example, but like I do know of one penguin, and that's got beautiful hair. What's his name? He plays in Vegas Vacation. Wayne Newton.
Yeah.
Wayne Newton owns a fucking penguin, but like I don't see penguins just roaming around here. Okay, like it's not, it's not really how it is. So
The zoos, they have them.
right, it's people can do this.
You can see pandas in the zoo too. You can't see them in the United States otherwise.
Yeah, no, isn't there only one zoo with pandas? Isn't that what it is?
I know San Diego has pandas. I don't know who else might
Okay.
or might not.
But and then so
Well, again, what electronics are made here?
honestly, okay. It's funny because everybody say, oh, but like I think I don't remember if it's RCA or I think it's Insignia. I have it at home or whatever, but on there it says assembled in the USA. Right?
Assembled.
So right, you'll
But where'd the parts come from?
right. They come from China, Japan. Because when I worked at Gentex, right? I mean, the boards. Japan had the tsunami get hit, and so the boards were affected, and they all come from Japan. So that's the biggest thing is, and people forget that because we think we're arrogant. We are everything. We have everything. America, that's all we need is just us.
Bullshit.
No, right? Like as you said, I mean, big steel companies. It is fucking. It's weird how it's cheaper to make steel in another country
And
have
ship it here.
right and still pay less,
Mhm.
right? Yeah, but it's not quality. It's real shit steel. Okay, right?
It works.
Say, where do you think we? Okay, granted, but like NAFTA, we're still gonna have that into effect until he gets rid of it.
Well, he already got rid of it.
North
He
American,
just rewrote it, and it's like 98% still NAFTA.
right?
It's
Nine,
just got a new name.
right. North American free trade, right? So
Yeah.
with Mexico and Canada, we're trading goods,
And what did GM do with all the cars? They sent them to Canada and Mexico, and that's
right?
where they're made now.
Let's say that's exactly
Who
it.
makes cars here? Oh yeah, Toyota.
Yeah,
Toyota makes cars in the US.
I think 98% of Honda, isn't it? Something like that.
Probably.
Yeah.
Some of those Asian
Yeah.
car manufacturers make their shit here.
Yeah. But like I say, I think it's the Scion and the Pilot, or so
Nissan?
no, the Pilot, because but I know for sure my Scion that has Canadian.
That's not Nissan?
No, that's a Toyota.
Okay, yeah.
Scion and Toyota were the same. Um, no, sorry, I was thinking that Courtney's new car is a Nissan. So,
Mm.
but yeah, like right there's Canadian, and granted we're in America, but like every car here has kilometers and miles per hour, right? So,
Yeah.
um,
Well, because they only use miles per hour in this fucking country.
yeah, right, and that's it. But, so I guess that being said, like everything that you get can't be made here. We could make. Here's my thing, right? We can make shirts. Okay, we have cotton, we have all of this. This is how you make a shirt, just for people that don't know. Sure, there's a polyester, whatever. But if you're gonna go make a shirt, you're gonna pay an American. David's $15 an hour.
Yep.
Okay. You pay the person to harvest the cotton,
Yep.
the cotton gin, and then we're gonna pay the person to create the shirt, and then you're gonna pay the person to dye the shirt, and then ship the shirt. An American made shirt,
It's $25 with nothing on it.
correct.
And then when you add a screen print to it, you're at $50 for the t-shirt.
So easily, right?
Which you and I understand because you and I are big guys. And if you wanted any cool fucking t-shirts, you had to go to the big and tall store and spend 50 or 60 or 80 bucks on a fucking
bucks,
t-shirt.
right? Oh man, big dog t-shirts used to be like $80.
Yeah.
You're like, goddamn, how the fuck I never understood how fucking fat people were rich because they're paying $80 for a fucking shirt. It just blew my mind, right?
They use more material. $50 worth of
Right, like,
material?
holy shit. Well,
Jesus.
it's like, no, but like, I mean, I got a blank shirt on right now, and I don't know, my wife paid $10 for these fucking shirts, but I get wholesale. I started making more shirts and stuff, and wholesale, I'll buy wholesale, and it's just, yeah, right. I know that. Let's just give an example. It's $5 for me to buy uh, a Gildan or Hanes or anything like that. Now, if I get the U.S. company, and that's a $9 shirt. Just it's just blank. That's nothing on it, right? And again, so if I'm buying it for 9, I'm charging you 18 for it, just blank.
Yeah.
If I'm doing it 5, I'm charging you 10. So we're at $8 difference just right there, and that's just blank. Now, if I throw a graphic on it, which costs $5, right? Just basic numbers.
Now you're up to 30.
Right. So I'm gonna say, yeah, you're at way more than that, and so, because I'm charging 10 for that graphic. Cost me 5, cost you 5.
18 and 10 is 28, so you might as well say 30.
Yep. And then the other one, I'm at 10, so you're at 20, right? So,
Dawn is annoyed that we charge $20 for t-shirts here.
yeah.
We pay about 16.
Oh, Jesus. You guys,
We're not making money on them.
yeah. I mean, no.
They're-
But the problem is everybody think, oh, well, you made $4. Okay. In here right now, if you have to store it,
Yep.
so that takes up space. Oh,
Yep.
it's free. You already have the fucking building. So if I let my pipes fucking freeze
Mhm.
and don't run AC or heat, and everybody, like, right, people don't understand, like, you have to have a climate control. I mean,
Mhm.
right? Oh, why is cheese so expensive? Well, I mean, you could buy it off of the fucking. You can go to the Amish place, which is for us. I mean, sure, we're actually close for Amish
Yeah.
compared to some people, right? I can go pick it up from them and get whatever I need, but like, I don't see myself going to. I don't even know where the fuck. That's how naive I am. Where's flour made? Is it like Iowa? Because I know they do corn but like where? I don't know the region. I guess where flour would come
Yeah, I
from.
don't know either.
Grains. I think Michigan has some grains. We have grains and stuff, but you know, I know we have wheat fields, I guess, but
We do have wheat fields. Illinois
yeah.
is famous for them.
So, but everybody has to drive. I don't see anybody driving to make their own thing from the most absolute scratch you possibly can, you know? I'm harvesting my corns. So,
Kansas, North Dakota, Washington, Montana, and Idaho
okay,
produce flour.
yeah, there you go. So, um, yeah, that it's funny. It's a western region, but northwestern region-ish. Um, yeah, but that being said, it's you're not you're not being able to import or you don't have everything here, right? We have gold over in California if there's
Mhm.
any left, right?
Which there probably isn't, but
Right.
yeah.
Diamonds, right? We don't get diamonds here. That's over in
Diamonds in
Africa,
Africa, yeah.
right? Like your gems and your things and um sorry. So, right, but like it just bugs me that people say, "Oh, make everything here in America and do all that." You can't.
Can't.
You fucking physically can't, sir. Okay, ma'am. Uh
When I was in high school,
yeah.
actually, when I was in middle school,
Yeah.
we had a social studies course where people were split up into different countries, and we basically had to run like a UN.
Okay.
And they were not real countries. So, like, you didn't get like South Africa and Germany or any of that shit. They were made up names.
Yeah.
And you would get, your top export, stuff that you could grow, stuff that you didn't have. And you had to figure out how to trade with other kids.
Yeah.
It was a great lesson in how to actually become prosperous.
Okay.
Um, did you ever have to go through something like that?
So we did a very basic, but we did ours with like cocoa beans,
Okay.
and so you had to trade. But of course, I'm gonna always find and whoever sold their cocoa beans for the most amount of money, and you only had a certain amount of time, right?
Hmm.
'Cause we treated it more like a stock. Won. So right, we had, and it didn't matter if you bought the cocoa beans for the best price. It mattered. There was the person that did that, but like,
Yeah.
so I'm here with my buddies, and it's like, okay, great. I'm the one selling cocoa beans. Great, you get one cocoa bean for all of your money. You get one cocoa bean for all of your, and here, right, then we all just get to shoot the shit and talk. And
Hmm.
all right, who do you got? I got 40,000 bucks for three cocoa beans. Oh, I only got seven. Just because people like, but yeah, so we fucking cheat. So, but
Yeah,
did I?
my kid never did anything like that.
No, that's weird.
It was probably a month-long course,
Yeah.
and it really did
A
teach
month
us.
long. Wow,
Oh yeah, we
that's
did it for like a month.
wow, diving into
Like
that.
we went into, having treaties with other countries
Oh,
and
no shit.
and trading commodities with that. Yeah, it was
That's amazing. Yeah,
intense.
that's a good
It was
course.
awesome.
So that's a teacher that likes to do what they want, right?
Yeah.
Let's say that's awesome.
It was literally we opened up two classrooms and did it in there.
Shit.
Yeah, we had to do skits and everything. It was very intense.
Hmm.
They would have like news clips playing that
Yeah.
this happened here. Like the country that I was in, our main export was oil.
Okay.
So we were exporting oil to another country, but we wrote up the treaty that we weren't exporting our oil. We were exporting a different country's oil and just using our resources as the transporter.
Okay.
And the oil that we were transporting, it caught on fire in the ocean and it was just all gone. Well, it didn't affect us as much as it did the country whose oil we took. So I mean, it was really interesting because it played out what a real life situation could be, and
Yeah.
it gave. I don't know if it did it for a lot of kids that were there, but it gave me a newfound appreciation for what people actually go through trying to navigate treaties and how to get along with people they may not get along with.
Right. Oh yeah, and that's gonna be the hard part, right? And I China. It's funny because everybody's like, "Oh, China's gonna be so distraught." Oh, they're fucking
They
nuts.
got a shit ton of money,
Yep, and they're
and they hoard the money because their citizens don't have any of it.
right, and we're still gonna buy from them, right?
Yep,
Because
100%.
you know, even it's a worst case scenario, right? China already pays like a penny, right? And I think it's 10 cents an hour or something to people,
Yeah,
right?
they pay nothing.
This isn't like they pay them 50. and we don't have to worry about other countries. I absolutely agree with some of these people, blah, blah, blah. But like, China's just going to go, oh, we didn't import as much. Wait, all we have to do is raise our prices 10 cents. You're going to import the same amount you were, and we're back to making the same amount. Okay, cool.
You know what they ended up doing? They stopped importing soybeans from us.
Oh,
And
really?
soybean farmers here
Yeah.
were absolutely decimated.
Yeah.
It was soybean and something else. I don't remember what the other thing was. And that caused Trump to have to bail out soybean farmers the first fucking time he was in office because he fucked them over so hard.
Yeah.
And that's what China's going to do. They're going to go, oh, well, we just don't need any of your shit since you're doing that to us. So we're just not going to buy your shit anymore.
Yeah.
Because they'll just pivot and go somewhere else because they don't give a fuck about their citizens at all.
No.
And honestly, that's what we're headed towards, where the government just doesn't give a fuck about us. There needs to be a fucking revolution. I've told you before, Nick. I vote with Democrats because I don't have a fucking choice. I'm not a fucking Democrat. I'm a fucking leftist.
Right.
I fucking hate Democrats because they lose all the goddamn time. Find a way to fucking win. Stop trying to appeal to Republicans because it ain't gonna fucking happen. They're not gonna vote for you. They don't fucking like you. Appeal to me. Give me shit that I think's important. Because then maybe I'll actually give a shit, get up off my ass and do something for you.
But I don't know. I think the numbers will come out talking about what age group voted and didn't vote, and we'll figure out who the blame can fall on here soon. But,
Gen Z boys overwhelmingly voted Trump.
yeah, of course, I can see that.
Gross.
Yeah, but I mean, you have to remember. I mean, they're raised by that next generation. I mean,
Yeah, but a lot of it turned into the fact that they can't get laid.
really?
Yeah. Oh, there's a whole write-up about how Gen Z boys are pissed off because girls don't want to date them. So they voted for Trump because then girls will be screwed.
Okay, okay, yeah, that's
Isn't that great?
yeah.
The type of men we're raising. I literally pulled a 18-year-old I know outside one day and I'm like, listen, if I ever hear you say anything like this, he goes, I would never. I'm like, I don't ever fucking want to hear these words come out of your fucking mouth.
Right. That's it's weird, but you have any other statistics about this?
No, that's pretty much what I got. It's gonna get tough out there, folks. Strap in and reminder, we're all going down in the clown car together.
Hey, thanks to the city of Bayonne Center for the tap water.
Sparkling ice. Appreciate you.
We'd love a sparkling ice.
I would love a sponsorship. They
Sponsorship.
don't use some of those gross things in theirs either, like Red Dye number 5. They don't use any of that.
Oh man, that's even better.
It
So,
is.
as always, like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your family. We appreciate you listening. If you have any topics that you want us to talk about, we would absolutely love to do that.
I do not expect we'll be back next week because it's Thanksgiving. I don't know when this is getting uploaded.
Yeah,
But,
maybe Wednesday.
Maybe. We'll figure things out. We'll talk to you guys really, really soon. Thanks for joining.
You've dialed in.
To Box and Brews, you might hear something
You can use.
like tips on your cash or tips on the suds.
You're gonna want to
The
use.
smarts of these
Because
stuff.
they know the brews.
And they know the box, and they know they can't help the stubborn fucks.
So listen up, because shit's not funny.
Save yourself some
Beer money. Bucks.
and brews.
Bucks and
Bucks.
brews.
And brews.
Brews.
Bucks and brews.